This is the Influencer Entrepreneurs Podcast with Jenny Melrose, where I strategize with business owners on how to grow and scale their businesses to hit their income goals. This is episode 274 of the Influencer Entrepreneurs Podcast with Jenny Melrose. Today, we are going to be diving into whether you should be working for free as an influencer. Before we jump into that, you're going to hear me talk about my pitch guide. I want to make sure that you have that. If you haven't already received it, send me a DM on Instagram at Jenny_Melrose and make sure that you grab that. I will send it to you in DM and you can make sure that you are using that when you are pitching brands, as well as you're going to hear me talk about my renegotiation guide. So please feel free to grab either one of those. Send me a DM that you'd like them and I will send them directly to you on Instagram. All right. So these episodes are actually brand new. This is the first time that I am starting these Friday episodes. And these are going to be quick. Less than 10 minutes is my goal. We'll see how I do. But I want to talk to you today about whether or not you should be working for free as an influencer. Now, I am not here to belittle you and tell you that if you have worked for free, that you are hurting my bottom line and you are a horrible person. I'm not going to tell you that. That's just not true. What I need you to understand is that if you do decide to work for free, that you want to make sure that the product you are receiving is something that you would normally pay for and is worth the time that you're putting in for what you are delivering to that brand. I also want to make sure that you are clear on the fact that you still have to mark that content as sponsored, whether you are doing an Instagram post, an Instagram reel, a blog post, whatever it might be. Free product is considered payment. So you still are required by FTC guidelines to market as such. I know that you're going to tell me, oh, but so-and-so always gets things and they're always talking about reviews for different snacks or for different purses or clothes or whatever it might be. I don't care what anyone else does. Like your mother would always say, they jumped off a bridge. Would you jump off a bridge? I don't want you to jump off that bridge. Make sure that you are covering your rear end, because if you are doing this as a business, you have a lot more to lose than someone who is just doing this for free product. So with that in mind, make sure that anytime you are receiving free product, you are still marking as sponsored or ad, hashtag something it, and make sure that you have a disclosure on a blog post. Now, let's get back to whether or not you should be doing this. Like I said in the beginning, you can decide that this might be a good fit for you and your brand and that you'd like to do it. But what I want you to keep in mind is that when you work for free with a brand, it is harder to then turn it into something paid. Yes, you should absolutely use it as a case study if you do decide to do that. And I have a previous podcast episode on a case study, which I will link to in the show notes. So again, you can always go to your podcasting app and click over to the read more, and I will have that link there. But what I want you to do is when you do this campaign for that free product, you make sure that you treat it like it is paid, which means that you should be able to tell them the data that goes along with the campaign that you did. What was the ROI for them? Return on investment. Yes, the investment is only product. But if you are looking to get your foot in the door with that brand because it is the perfect fit and you decide to work for free first, then you should be able to show them what you were able to do for them data-wise. So you're going to look at your insights in Instagram. You're going to take a look at your analytics on your blog. Any sort of data that you can give them about the engagement is what you are looking to provide them with so that you can do a paid collaboration with them in the future. Now, if you are at the point in your business where you are not working for free anymore because you understand the time that goes into this, you have an audience, you understand the problem that you solve, and you are treating this like a business, then I need you to state that to them. In my renegotiation script, I walk you through how exactly to do this. The bottom line comes down to that you're going to state to them, in order to keep the integrity of my site to any readers and previous brands I have worked with, I only work on compensated content. Now, some people have a problem with the way in which I state that. It sounds like I'm automatically saying that I've only worked on paid content in the past. No, that's not what those words mean. What those words mean is that's what you're doing now. You may have worked on free content in the past, but you're treating it like a business now, and that is what you are trying to make sure that you do for your audience and for any brands that you've worked with. This also means that you need to make sure that the brands that you are renegotiating with are a good fit. Don't work with a brand that doesn't make any sense, that you can't possibly think that your audience is going to actually engage with that content. You want to make sure that it is a good fit for you and your brand and your audience, most importantly. Is it something that they are going to respond to, want more information about, and actually show the brand some ROI? The problem that we often get into as influencers, we constantly hear the stories about, oh, how this influencer thought she was so cool and she reached out to get a free dinner. It's because they don't articulate what it is that they're going to do for them. They're just asking for a free meal. You have to be able to state the value that you hold. And you have value. If you have an audience, you know the problem that you solve, you get engagement with your people, you do provide value. You just have to be able to articulate it. So when it comes to working for free, whether or not you should do it or not, I will tell you that if you decide to, again, I'm going to make sure I emphasize this, that it is a product that is worth the amount of time and energy that you are going to put into it. You've probably heard me say before, I'm not working for a $5 bag of granola. You also do not want to state this to the PR rep that might have reached out to you asking you to work for free. Be professional. To show them that you know what you're talking about when it comes to your audience and what you can potentially deliver for them, and renegotiate with them. Again, if you are listening, I would so appreciate it if you leave a rating and review in your favorite podcasting app. You can take advantage of that content marketing audit that I've been talking about previously, where I will give you a content marketing audit for free. If you leave a rating and review, just send me a screenshot of it via Instagram at Jenny_Melrose. And if you are looking to grab that renegotiation script that I am talking about, please send me a DM as well, just asking me for that. You can also, right within your podcasting app, click the read more, and it's going to take you directly to the blog post, which will have all of the links that I've talked about in this episode. All right, you guys, I did it. I stayed under 10 minutes. I will see you back here soon.